Alrighty, class. In today's assignment / tutorial, we are going to place floors and ceilings in our Dunder Mifflin Scranton office project. Since floors and ceilings are both systems families, we should at this point in the semester be comfortable with generating new types of system families and also creating and generating new materials. For the floors, we'll have two types: a concrete slab with a gray carpet and a concrete slab with a vinyl composite sheet applied to it. Both of those floors we're going to have to duplicate and create. For the ceilings, we're going to be using a dropped acoustical tile ceiling throughout the space. That ceiling is going to be on a 2x2 grid and should be available in your Revit architecture template. So let's start by hitting level 1 and seeing all of our nice curtain wall sections that we've drawn. If we navigate to the architecture tab and find our floor tool and the drop down, we're going to select floor architecture. We're going to modify the 3-inch lightweight concrete on a 2-inch metal deck floor. So if we select that and under edit type, duplicate, we're going to call this 3-inch lightweight concrete on 2-inch metal deck with gray carpet. Under the structure row and the edit tab, we're going to add or insert one new layer and push that up above the first core boundary. We're going to change the function to finish, and the material, we are going to search for carpet. When this red carpet material comes up, we're going to click on it, and then we're going to right click it. This brings up a window where we can duplicate that material, and we get carpet 1 and carpet 1. Under identity, we're going to change this to carpet underscore Dunder Mifflin underscore gray. Now here comes the trick. We're going to select duplicate this asset, because if we don't duplicate that, our previous red carpet will change the asset as well. So we've got to duplicate twice in this situation. So we're going to navigate down to the asset browser, open it up, and do a search for carpet gray. Now use gray spelling G-R-A-Y and not G-R-E-Y. We're going to select medium pile dark gray. Click those two arrows, and that should insert our new asset into our new carpet Dunder Mifflin gray category. Now if we wouldn't have duplicated this asset, it would have changed carpet 1 to the gray carpet as well. So just remember, duplicate always. So we're going to say OK. But before we can click out, we need to give that carpet a thickness. We're going to give that carpet a thickness or a pile of 1/4 of an inch. Say OK. So now we can start to draw our carpet, and we're going to do that by using the Pick Walls tool, which we can pick our perimeter walls to draw our carpet perimeter. I think I clicked on this wall twice, so I might get an error message, because Revit, again, will not allow line segments or double lines on top of each other. It must be a singular closed loop. So let's check our green, check, and finish this edit out. Looks like we're all good. Let's navigate back to our 3D view. We can see that we have a new carpet. However, it's a gray color, which is a carryover from the carpet that we previously inserted, one of the assets. So let's change that to gray. If we select that carpet, say edit type, under the edit function again, select the carpet gray material. If we can see here under the graphics tab, that rendering color was set to a brown. Let's change that to a gray, just using our basic color scale. Now when we're in a shaded view, instead of being a brown carpet, it'll be a gray carpet. So there's a couple spaces in this office that carpet would not be an appropriate material. The kitchen slash break room, the actual break room, and the bathrooms. So we're going to go back to level 1, and we're going to edit that carpet or that floor to be able to allow us to insert another floor material. And we're going to select everything here and use our filter button and say check none, and then select floors. We've got one floor in our project and one floor selected, so we know that's our floor that we want to edit. Sometimes when you're working in 2D layers, objects will get hidden or obscured behind other objects. And the easiest way to find them is to use that filter tool. You can select everything and filter down to the singular element that you want to select. So we can see here we've got our floor, 3-inch lightweight concrete on a 2-inch metal deck with gray carpet. And now we want to go back and edit that boundary. And again, we're going to use this pick walls tool. So we haven't labeled them yet, but this is our break room kitchen. These are our restrooms, and this is another break room in the office. So what we want to do is essentially create holes in this existing floor, or wrap that perimeter around that existing floor. And we're going to do that by choosing these walls, and then we're going to use our trim and extend corner tool to clean those corners up. When we do that here, we've got a couple lines left over, and we can't have those extra lines in the edit mode, so we need to delete those. We also picked this one wall, which is a singular wall, and we need to trim that corner as well. Now our perimeter for our original carpeted floor bypasses those other spaces. If we click our check box to finish out that edit mode and go to our 3D view, we can see that we've got carpeted floor in all of our spaces except for our kitchen, our restrooms, and our break room. If we navigate back to our level 1 floor plan, now we can draw a new floor in those spaces by choosing floor architecture, 3-inch lightweight metal concrete on a 2-inch metal deck with gray carpet. We're going to select that and edit type, duplicate this again, and change this to a vinyl sheet. So we're going to go into our edit function, material, and we're going to select vinyl, or search, sheet. Now we don't have vinyl sheet inserted into our project, and if you don't have vinyl sheet in your Revit architectural template, just use this vinyl composition tile, VCT. If you don't have this vinyl sheet flooring down here in the search results, just use the VCT. So we're going to click this arrow to insert that into our project, select it, and say OK. We're going to leave that thickness at 1/4 of an inch as well. It's probably a little big for vinyl sheet flooring, but we want everything to be on the same level. So we're going to say OK again, and OK our type properties. And now we're going to use that pick walls tool. And this time, instead of not selecting our bathroom walls and circumnavigating them, we're going to choose those areas and use our trim extend tool to focus in on them. Now we should have 2 areas for those 3 spaces with fully clean closed loops. If we click our Finish Edit Mode button, we get a warning that says highlighted floors overlap. For now, that's fine. Let's navigate to our 3D view again. And we have vinyl flooring in these 3 areas. Let's change to a realistic view and see what that looks like. So now let's navigate back to level 1, floor plan. And in the architecture tab, under the ceiling header, we're going to place a 2x2 acoustical tile ceiling throughout our space. One lucky thing we have with an office space is almost all of that ceiling is going to be ACT. So we're going to select the 2x2. So before we start drawing our ceilings, we want to make sure we have level 1 selected as our level. And then we want to change our height offset from that level to 9 feet. Now if we have automatic ceiling selected instead of sketch, we can come through and insert ceilings to the edges of walls. If we wanted to sketch one huge ceiling for this entire office space, we could use the sketch ceiling tool. Or if we wanted to just sketch ceilings for multiple spaces but one ceiling within that space, we could use our sketch ceiling tool. But for this purpose, for this exercise, we're going to use the automatic ceiling tool. And we will roll through and click every room in our office. We can check to see if we've missed anything by navigating to our 3D view, and it looks like we have enclosed our entire space with our ceiling. So let's go to level 1 and pull a standing perspective view so we can start to see what it looks like inside our office. I'm going to change that to a realistic view, and all of a sudden I feel like we're sitting at Pam's desk. So when you place a ceiling into a 3D view, it becomes hard to operate in that ceiling. So one thing I like to do is set up a 3D view with no ceiling. And to do that, I can select here in the project browser the view that I'm currently in, right click, and duplicate view. And I'm going to duplicate this with detailing. What that does is any kind of annotation or line work that you have will bring that over into that view. And then I'm going to change the name of this to 3D view. No ceiling. Then I'm going to select everything and use my filter tool to select all ceilings. I'm going to right click and hide those objects in view. So now I have a view that I can still work in my floor plan in 3D, but I also have a view that's got the fully constructed model with ceiling as well. The other thing I want to do is go to my ceiling plans. That's one of the beauties of the Revit templates, is that when you have a level, you are automatically drafting a reflected ceiling plan or an RCP. So if I go to that level 1 ceiling plan, it gives me my reflected ceiling plan automatically, and I can start to drop in lights or do switching plans relatively easy. All right, that's our ceilings and floors assignment and tutorial for Dunder Mifflin Scranton office. Hope you guys have a great week. Talk to you soon, or reach out if you need me. Thanks.